Have you ever opened your eyes in the morning only to find yourself already in a battle? Not against the world outside, but against the storm brewing inside your own head. Thoughts rush in like a flood, anxious, uncontrollable, heavy with fear and guilt. Worry presses down on you like a physical weight. Failure whispers from the shadows, and regret grips you like a cold iron chain. It feels as though peace is just a distant dream, totally unreachable in the chaos of your mind. Yet, even in the heart of this storm, there is a truth waiting to be uncovered. The way we think shapes the way we live. Joy and peace are not illusions. They are attainable realities if only we learn to tame the thoughts that seek to dominate us. The mind is powerful. Far more powerful than most of us realize. Every single thought carries a consequence. Positive thoughts can spark positive actions, while negative thoughts often ignite destructive behavior. Neuroscience is now confirming what Scripture has long declared. The renewal of the mind can literally change the trajectory of your life. The Apostle Paul in Romans 12:2 calls us to resist conformity to the world's patterns and instead embrace transformation through renewed thinking. Your mind isn't just a passive receiver of ideas, it's an active architect of your destiny. To ignore this truth is to surrender control, but to embrace it is to unlock the possibility of a life filled with clarity, peace, and purpose. But how do we fight back? How do we silence the storm? The good news is, God has not left us defenseless. He provides tools for renewal, practical disciplines that can reshape the way we process life's challenges. Author Max Lucado describes 3 powerful strategies: taking our thoughts captive, testing them against Scripture, and interrupting poisonous thought threads. These are not just abstract ideas, they are weapons forged for battle. They are the shields and swords we carry into the war of the mind. Imagine standing at the edge of a battlefield. Regrets, fears, and doubts are marching towards you like an army. So many of us live imprisoned by past mistakes or paralyzed by future uncertainties. But God's love refuses to leave us in defeat. He calls us to rise, to fight, and to reclaim the territory of our thoughts. This battle is not meant to be fought alone. Divine strength empowers us to resist destructive patterns and embrace new ways of thinking. The promise of transformation isn't some distant hope, it's a present reality available to all who choose to engage in the fight. So what does it mean to take thoughts captive? It means you refuse to give them free rein in your mind. It is the discipline of recognizing lies and binding them before they can take root. Every thought must be examined, every whisper of doubt confronted, every seed of fear uprooted. Think of it like being a guard at the gate of a city. Not every traveler is allowed to enter. Some carry poison, others carry peace. Capturing thoughts is the act of guarding that gate, deciding what enters your mind and what gets cast out. This practice isn't about suppressing your thoughts, but about redirecting them. Captured thoughts are then replaced with truth, reshaping your mind to align with God's promises. In this way, captivity becomes freedom, and discipline becomes deliverance. The lies that once dictated your emotions begin to lose their power, and the truth starts to rewrite your story. You are no longer at the mercy of every random thought that floats by. You are in control. Next, we must understand that not every thought deserves our belief. Some are deceptive, others are destructive. The second discipline calls us to test each message against the timeless truth of Scripture. When a thought comes, ask, what does God say about this fear? What does His Word declare about this guilt? Scripture becomes the filter through which all thoughts must pass. Imagine holding each thought up to a bright light. The lies and distortions dissolve in the brilliance of truth, and confusion gives way to clarity.
This discipline ensures that your mind is not swayed by fleeting emotions, but is firmly anchored in eternal promises. When Scripture becomes your standard for what is true, your mind finds stability and your heart finds peace. It's like having a compass in the middle of a forest. It always points you back to true north, no matter how lost you feel. Now, let's talk about the third discipline. Thoughts often travel in threads, weaving together narratives of despair, resentment, or bitterness. Left unchecked, these threads can entangle the mind in deeply destructive patterns. The third discipline teaches us to interrupt these threads, to break the cycle before it consumes us. This interruption is a powerful act of defiance. It's a refusal to let negativity dictate your story. By consciously redirecting your mind, you dismantle the power of poisonous thoughts and replace them with hope, gratitude, and faith. It's like cutting a rope before it tightens into a noose. You see the pattern forming, the spiral of worry, the replay of an old hurt, and you actively choose to stop it. You change the channel. The cycle is broken, and freedom begins to take hold. Ultimately, the goal is not merely to manage our thoughts, but to think and act like Jesus. His mind was marked by compassion, clarity, and an unwavering trust in the Father, even in the face of incredible hardship. To imitate his thought patterns is to embrace a life of true peace and purpose. This transformation isn't something that happens overnight, but it comes through daily, consistent discipline. Each captured thought, each tested message, each interrupted thread brings us one step closer to having the mind of Christ. Slowly but surely, a new person begins to emerge, one no longer bound by worry, guilt, or anxiety, but liberated by truth, empowered by love, and anchored in hope. Life doesn't suddenly become perfect, but it becomes purposeful. Each day offers a new opportunity to embrace these tools of thought management, to walk in the mind of Christ, and to live with genuine joy and peace. The story doesn't end with defeat. It can end with victory, not with despair, but with renewal. So the next time you awaken to that familiar swirl of anxious, out-of-control thoughts, remember you are not powerless. You are not alone. With God's help, you can tame your thoughts, you can renew your mind, and you can transform your life. Thank you so much for watching. If this message resonated with you, please consider subscribing for more content like this. Take care.